Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. So Colorado decided to be Colorado today, and the weather's kind of nasty outside. So I had intended on pressure washing the floor of the garage today, but I'm not sure that's going to happen at this point. Maybe this afternoon it'll be a little better. But right now, what I'm going to work on is just cleaning up my mess from yesterday. I kind of made a mess of the garage, so I'm going to clean all that up, and then I think we're going to work on a couple organizers in the toolboxes, and I'll give you guys kind of a rundown of my tool setup and everything. So alrighty, I'm going to throw you on time lapse so we can, because nobody wants to watch cleaning anyways. Start working on some projects. I'm gonna pull you off the tripod and I'll start showing you some of my tool setup and some of the things that we're gonna fix today. Down here, this is a drawer that we really need to work on big time. I've got these pliers and I just bent up a hanger, just like kind of wrapped it up to kind of hold these standing up, but you can see it's not working as well as I had hoped. Got some other ones that just didn't fit, so this is definitely a drawer we're going to be working on today. Down here are my metric wrenches, and this drawer doesn't necessarily need work, but I just used some old socket holders to hold the wrenches standing up, and it seems to be working okay. The only problem is like sometimes, like you can see, this wrench fell because it slid. So I think we're gonna work on that if we have some time. I think I'm gonna try and either, I don't know, somehow secure these in place so that way they don't move anymore, because as it is right now, they can move pretty easy. And you can see the weight of that big wrench right there keeps pushing this one out, so I can't get it back in. So yeah, I think we'll work on that when we get a chance. All my screwdrivers, which this is another drawer we need to work on. I made this little holder, but it like falls over all the time, and it works okay, but I think we can make it better with something else, maybe out of metal, or I don't know. I have some foam as well that I might even use to do it. And just put all the screwdrivers in the foam, cut it all out, and do it that way maybe. I'm not sure yet. That'll probably be the second drawer we work on, or third maybe. So I forgot that I can't pull these drawers in this box out, so just gotta pull the tools out and just use this little foam stuff that I have. It's this packing material actually, but honestly, will be better than normal toolbox liner. I have a problem with toolbox liner. It just does not seem to work right. So there's just this cushion foam that you get at U-Haul for putting dishes and stuff in. It's cheap. I think it's like a couple bucks. But this stuff will work fine for what I need. Honestly, I typically keep my tools pretty clean, so it doesn't need to be anything crazy. It just needs to keep the tools from moving around. Essentially. three drawers all lined up. And now we're gonna work on this plier drawer. So what we have, these guys won't fit in a holder at all, so we gotta figure out a solution to that, I think. And then, so I had this like bent up coat hanger that worked okay for a little while, but it's slowly stretched out and it's just not working as well anymore. So I think we're gonna scrap that idea for right now, and then try and figure out what we can make that will hold all of these up. I have an idea. I think I'm gonna grab some wood real quick, because I think that's what we're gonna end up using. So let's grab. So this is that 1/8 inch plywood. What I think we're gonna do is maybe cut it down a little bit, and then like, I don't know, something like this, throw some like slats up, maybe? I'm not sure. I haven't quite figured out that part yet. But I think that's not, naturally, you know what might work. Get about it. There's 2 pieces of aluminum left over from the splitter build. I might be able to just do something like that onto it. And then just cut slots for everything. Seems like it'll work out. So maybe not. Alright, let me think about this for a minute and I will be back with you guys in a second. Alright, so let me show you what I did here. Pull all these out real quick. Keep them in order so I remember. Alright, so what I did is I went through and on the bottom here, so I measured out, if you can see, 3 lines, 1.5 inch, 1 at 1.5, and 1 at 2.5. And then I put all the pliers down on, measured how wide each needed to be, and then marked those lines, and then drilled through on each 3 lines, and then threw a screw through each of them. As you can see, there's a screw there. And then I just threw some straws on them to keep them from poking my hands, essentially, every time I go to get in here. And then through some of this aluminum duct tape down to hold all the screws in place so they're not moving. Because these have a, I think it's called a blind shank. You can see there's no threads there. So they were just like wobbling around in there. So I used that tape to kind of hold them in place, keep them a little sturdier. And just press down and use the little squeegee thing to get in between the things. So now I think this is ready to go back in the drawer. All right, so that's our plier drawer handled. On to the next drawer. Next issue we need to fix is this wrench holder that I just made out of a socket holder, actually. So yeah, you can see the wrench is just, if you pull one or two out, they'll fall or the slot will close up. See, just like that, that wrench just fell right over. I think what I'm gonna do is throw some of this aluminum tape over the bottom and see if that will hold everything in place. And also I think I'm gonna try and pinch all these little things closed a little more so that way it holds a little better. I just put my piece of tape down. It's much longer than I need and much wider than I need, but that's okay. I'll do. Just take, push the tape on this. Hold it in place. We've already got holes in this tape. So we'll have to. So what I'm doing is just I folded that tape around now just to kind of hold it in place. You can use any tape. I'm just using this aluminum tape because that's what I had out here. I'm hoping what this is going to do is just hold all these in place so they don't slide anymore. I actually think duct tape might have done a better job with this, but that's okay. so. See how this did. Cut yourself. There we go. Something on this end. Don't cut yourself. For a bad day. Enough. Better. Alright, let's see how that did. That didn't do good at all. No. Let's try from this end. There we go. That's better. Boy, that stuff hurts if it cuts you. Okay. I think I did alright. Yeah, this stuff is sticky. Cool. Alright, let's put it back in the drawer and see how it looks. Start from the smallest to the largest. That's already much better. Nothing's moving. I like it. I did a thing. So I highly recommend using this method for wrenches because the wrench organizers that they sell online, they're like, I don't know, 20 bucks. And you can't fit nearly as many wrenches in a drawer with them. Whereas this thing was like 90 cents at Harbor Freight. And I bought like 6 or 7 of them. I bought like I think 2 1/4 inch, 3 or 4 3/8, and like 2 of the 1/2 inch. And I just mixed and matched, you know, 1/4s, 3/8s, and 1/2s to fit with what wrenches I had. And I mean, you can see, there's evidence here, works pretty amazing. I mean, I used to just have these all just kind of thrown in the drawer. It was always hard to find what size I needed. And like I said, I'll eventually come in here and label these dividers so I'll know what size each is. Oh, this is much better.
Perfect. It's exactly what I had wanted originally. Cool. All right. On to the standard wrenches. Just gonna do the exact same thing with those. So I'll throw you on time lapse for that. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna show you because you've seen it once. You don't need to see it again.
All right, got that drawer done. So we're all good on this side of the toolbox. I think I'm gonna end up calling it quits there, just because I can't really figure out what I want to do with this yet. I'm gonna kind of think about it for a day or two and see if maybe there's something I come up with on my own. Problem is all these little screwdrivers are just taking up so much space, but they're kind of necessary. I need them because I do a lot of little stuff too. I do a lot of electronics and stuff, so they're good for that. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna mess with this yet today. That drawer, like I said, it's good. Doesn't really need anything. And then just gonna put a liner in this one, and we've seen how I do that. So, all right. So, like I said, I think I'm just gonna call it quits there, just because not really much more I can do until I figure out that screwdriver deal. So, I guess thank you for watching. Hopefully, you got some ideas for, organizing your own toolboxes and stuff. So. I hope everybody's doing well. I will see you in the next video. Remember to subscribe and like. Thanks.